Summer now officially here. Most kids are doing their best to slow down and take it easy. But not Michael McGuire. Mike Stevens says the third-generation racer is continuing his education this summer at the Franklin County Speedway.
He just turned 12 years old and finished the 5th grade at Cundiff Elementary School in Benton. But to see this kid in action on the racetrack, you'd swear he was a seasoned veteran.
The competition, the speed, the loud noises and everything about it, I love.
Young Michael got the racing bug and his skills honestly. The grandson of Squeak McGuire, the nephew of Tony, and the son of Tim, is well aware of the exploits of his famous racing family.
Well, I've heard a lot of good things about my dad and a lot of, other things about my uncle.
All days in racing are not going to be good days. There's going to be down ones, and I'm the most proud of the way he handles the good and the bad and maintains his personality and his attitude.
This is kind of new for me. I get to play crew chief, and, it's a lot of learning because now I'm responsible for everything that's happening around the car instead of so much as what's happening inside the car.
Michael has got a lot of his father's demeanor in him and probably a lot of his uncle's driving ability. But he's a pleasure to have around.
Michael is racing this season at Gluth's Franklin County Speedway, a track sanctioned by the American Speed Association. ASA, which produced the likes of Mark Martin and Jimmy Johnson, allows drivers to begin racing at the age of 12, unlike NASCAR, which has a 16-year-old age limit.
Anybody that's got to spend any time with the youth, they're such a pleasure to watch them experience things for the first time, and just being around them is a load of fun, whether we were doing a car or a ball sport or anything. So I think I speak for Tony also. It's been a blast.
Michael actually began racing at the age of 5, and in 6 years he's managed to win 75 races, along with karting championships in Virginia and Tennessee, along with 3 national competitions. In Callaway, Mike Stevens, News 7 Sports.
Could be seeing the next star of NASCAR right there at Franklin County Speedway.
I know, we're going to have to keep our eye on him.
He's got the trophies to prove it already, so pretty impressive.
Those roots run deep in the family.
Very deep.
That's very nice.
Coming up, Ryan O'Connor looks ahead to what next season might hold for his young Hoos. The U.S. Open is all wet at Bethpage, and we'll check in with 13-year-old racing phenom Michael McGuire as he moves up the ranks. Sports is next. We first introduced you to Michael McGuire from Benton about a year ago. Since then, the third-generation racer has moved up to a higher level of racing with much bigger cars. Grant Kittleson talks with the 6th grader who's made the jump with plenty of success.
On June 15th, Michael McGuire turned 13 years old. Michael had plenty of reason to celebrate. This year, he's moved up to running the limited and late model classes and done so with success. He already has a win at Franklin County Speedway and 2 wins down at Orange County Speedway in North Carolina.
I'm very surprised. We've been testing this car and our limited car, and our tests have been going really good. And we took our limited car here to Franklin County and won our first race ever.
I've always been very careful where Michael's involved to set an expectation, because what he's been able to accomplish at his age, being the youngest person to win in the limited late model stock car level in 2 different states he's competed in, it's a lot of people that passed through.
Racing as a 12-year-old against men much older and much more experienced than Michael meant he had to earn his racing stripes.
The quickest way to gain respect is by winning. because we all get sheets at the end of every practice session letting you know how your speeds rack up against the other people, and including the Old Dominion shootout, Michael paced the practices. So people knew immediately based on his practice speeds that he was going to be a factor.
It's kind of harder, but I really enjoy it. I love doing it, and it's kind of weird with this car here because, you know, you're going so fast and you catch up on them so quickly, and you kind of have to pace yourself when you're running behind somebody.
Having proved that he can win at his current level, Michael is keeping an eye on the future as well.
We got to take it step by step, I guess, and hopefully run good with this car and our limited car and run UARA next year and work our way up as we go.
Michael currently is tied for the championship points lead at Orange County with 8 races remaining in the season. In Callaway, Grant Kittleson, News 7 Sports.
And you can check out more on Michael McGuire and his upcoming schedule, plus more on his racing history at his website. We've provided a link on our website, WDBJ7.com.
Family is tremendous. Michael is tremendous. Joey hit on a little bit ago. You know, there's only so much you can do, but when the guy gets behind the wheel, he's got to have some talent. I mean, and humble as I've ever seen. Great kid, great future. Anybody that's here tonight that has not got this young man to sign something, you better get him to sign something, because he's going somewhere. He's going to be there, and I'm just proud that I got to call his name one time, and I'm going to call it one more time tonight. Michael McGuire.
When I first came to Orange County, you know, I never thought I would have this much fun, but it's been a blast, and, you know, I can't believe I'm standing right here, so. First off, I would like to thank Kim and Terry for allowing me to run here. You know, it's awkward when, you know, someone calls you up and asks if your 12-year-old can run at your racetrack, but, you know, it's been a great year. You know, I'd like to thank all the guys on the team, Tony, Carl, Cliff, just everybody for working, Scott for working so hard and making this all possible. I also like to thank Woods Towing and Transportation and Bill Gatto Sales for all their support. Also to Joey Throckmorton, I'd like to thank him for running me so hard and clean all year. And this championship wouldn't feel as good if it wasn't for you racing me, so I just really like to thank you and everyone else.
Was also our youngest driver, Michael McGuire.
little loose coming out of turn 4. 2 car lengths behind McGuire coming out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. He has a plan. We know he has a plan. We've seen him race here for so many years. But once again, coming out of turn 3, McGuire slows down a little bit. Davin Sights gets right on his bumper again as they come down the front straightaway. But McGuire very strong coming down the front stretch.
Sights continuing to trace the tire tracks of Michael McGuire. I believe Davin Sights has been very patient. Up to now, John, will he start to get a little impatient here? Time is running out.
If you look at the back of the pack, the 54 car and the 3 car just tagged each other coming out of turn 4 just a second ago. Can that bring another caution in somewhere down the road? Right now, Michael McGuire with the lead over Davin Sights. This time around, it's going to be 97 in. We got 3 to go. Michael McGuire in the lead coming out of turn 4.
The kid with rookie stripes on his tail is schooling the veteran. Davin Sights, time is running out. Is there anything left in the tank?
We're going to find out. JW down the back stretch, going into turn 3 out of turn 4. Sights now goes high. He's looking low. McGuire with the lead. Davin Sights tries to make a move low. He can't do it. A good block by the car of 22 of Michael McGuire. Comes around the back straightaway. This time around, the white flag is going to come out.
Battle for first has reached the fever pitch. Could history be made tonight? The youngest winner ever at Motor Mile Speedway at the late model level. 1 lap to decide it.
And the 14-year-old now comes out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Michael McGuire out of Vinton, Virginia with the lead. Coming into turn 3 out of turn 4, Davin Sights now goes low on the track, goes on the 8th. Davin Sights is in the white car. It's going to be a final finish, and Michael McGuire's going to have his first NASCAR sanctioned race. We saw it right here.
Underway. Great start by Nelson Piquet Jr. from the outside. He chose the outside, which I think that's a good move.
Again, Darrell Wallace Jr. in the 18 started second in this one, right behind Nelson Piquet Jr. Just behind them, that's 7 of Michael McGuire. And right now, I'm very impressed. You've got 2 drivers out in front here, but just behind them, the 15-year-old Michael McGuire qualifies 4th and already up to 3rd at Bristol.
Really incredible. He won a late model race at Motor Mile, which is very challenging in itself at 14 years old.
You had talked about experience at